ADIDJA AZIM Palmer, born 7 January 1976, better known as VYBZ Kartel, is a Jamaican dancehall DJ.
Among his various nicknames, he is referred to as World Boss or Teacher.
As summarized by Rolling Stone, he attained folk hero status in Jamaica with provocative lyrics and a mischievous puppet persona, and few have captivated the dancehall audience or offended the sensibilities of its detractors as consistently and thoroughly as KARTEL. KARTEL's singles include Romping Shock 2009, Dancehall Hero 2010, and Summertime 2011, having collaborated with a number of hip-hop and R&B artists such as Major Lazer, Rihanna, Missy Elliott, and Alison Hinds. He has also been credited as an inspiration for the dancehall-infused work of a number of Western artists, including Drake, who has cited KARTEL as being one of his biggest inspirations. In 2014, KARTEL was sentenced to life imprisonment for the murder of his associate Clive Lizard Williams. KARTEL often released new music despite his imprisonment, having released over 50 new songs in 2016 alone. His conviction was quashed in March 2024 by the UK Judicial Committee of the Privy Council, who cited juror misconduct and declared that the Jamaican Court of Appeal had to decide if a retrial would take place. On July 31, 2024, KARTEL was released from prison after the Court of Appeals declined to retry the Williams case. Palmer started his career as a teenager in 1993 with his first recording, Love Fat Woman, which he released on Alvin Reed's label, One Heart, using the moniker ADIDJA in homage to Buju Banton. Palmer was later part of the three-member group VYBZ Kartel, keeping the name for himself after the group split up. While still a member of the group, he claims to have written nearly 30 songs, including Girl Clown. He eventually became a protege of Bounty Killer.
KARTEL rose to prominence in 2003 after having a string of hit songs in Jamaica.
The year culminated in a PI-planned on-stage clash with Ninjaman at the annual dancehall festival Sting, held in KARTEL's hometown of Portmore. The clash turned violent when KARTEL's crew members, as well as KARTEL himself, threw punches and assaulted Ninjaman on stage. While KARTEL's manager initially blamed Ninjaman, KARTEL himself quickly apologized to Ninjaman and festival organizers for the fracas. 4 days after the incident, the two artists appeared before the press to announce a settlement of their differences and to end any animosity. From the beginning through the midst of his ongoing career, KARTEL released a number of albums through the UK-based label Greensleeves Records, such as Up to D Time, More Up to D Time, and JMNT. He established his own label, ADIDJA or Notness Records, with his business partner and producer Ainsley Notness Morris. After splitting with Bounty Killer-led Alliance in 2006, KARTEL joined the Portmore Empire, a group of dancehall DJs and singers from his Portmore neighborhood that he signed to his newly founded ADIDJA or Notness Records. The members included Popgun, Tommy Lee, and Jar Vinci. In 2008, Curry Todd, an American businessman, signed VYBZ Kartel to an endorsement deal for VYBZ Rum. The relationship between Todd and KARTEL developed into a business partnership. Together, they launched Daggering Condom and Street VYBZ Rum. Todd then purchased Jamaica's most popular dancehall nightclub, Asylum, which became the home to their weekly event called Street VYBZ Thursday. Street VYBZ Rum production was stopped in 2011 because of a disagreement between KARTEL and Todd. However, the collaboration resumed in 2012 as the two settled their differences, and despite KARTEL's ongoing incarceration. In 2009, his song featuring Jamaican DJ Spice, Romping Shock, debuted on the Billboard Top 100 Singles chart, and $sign was in regular rotation on urban radio stations in the arts. His 2010 single Clocks was one of his biggest international successes, remaining in the top 3 reggae singles and gaining the most radio plays in North America for 40 weeks. Clarks was also featured on the TV series So You Think You Can Dance Canada and on a CNN segment on Dancehall Dance. When his singles Clarks to Clarks Again and Clarks 3 Where WEH1UH have in 2010, its sales numbers and prices in Jamaica increased considerably. In 2011, he released his own shoe line, named Andy's, as well as his own line of cake soap, a type of soap primarily used for clothes. Cake soap is less commonly utilized for skincare, to treat skin conditions such as acne. However, KARTEL's brand was intended for the purpose of skin lightening or bleaching. MTV's Vice Guide to Dancehall featured KARTEL at his weekly dance party, Street VYBZ Thursday.
VYBZ Cartel has also hosted his own reality television show Teacher's Pet on CVM Jamaica broadcast channel, the first reality television show hosted by a dancehall artist in Jamaica.
The premise of Teacher's Pet found 20 women living in a Kingston house vying for the artist's affection. The show's lascivious content elicited condemnation of its sponsor, telecommunications company Lime. The show came to a halt with the artist's arrest on murder charges in September 2011. On September 29, 2011, Cartel was arrested by police for cannabis possession. Jamaica's Major Investigation Task Force MIT later charged him with the murder of Jamaican businessman Barrington Burton, conspiracy, and illegal possession of a firearm. While in prison in 2012, his book The Voice of the Jamaican Ghetto, Incarcerated but Not Silenced, seal written with business associate Michael Dawson, was published. Though Cartel was granted bail for the Burton murder on March 23, 2012, for JMD3, he remained in prison in connection with a second murder of Clive Lizard Williams of Waterford, St. Catherine. He was charged, along with two others including Vanessa Gazer Slim Sadler, with perverting the course of justice, after Sadler allegedly claimed that Williams had robbed her in order to mislead the police into believing that he was still alive. Cartel's trial was originally scheduled for January 21, 2013, but had to be postponed due to a lack of jurors, and was rescheduled for 11 July. On 20th July, a jury found Cartel not guilty of the charge of murder of Barrington Burton.
However, Cartel remained in custody pending the second murder case. 49. His trial for the murder of Clive Williams started on November 18, 2013, and on March 13, 2014. He was found guilty by an 11-member jury 10-1 of the murder of 27-year-old Clive Lizard Williams. The 65-day trial was said to have been the longest in Jamaica's history. On April 3, 2014, Cartel was sentenced to life imprisonment.
Justice Lennox Campbell said he would be eligible for parole after serving 35 years. Despite his incarceration in 2011, VYBZ Cartel released new music prolifically. Jamaican prison officials denied allowing him recording privileges, and Cartel refused to state the exact source of the recordings, despite the lyrical content including current events. In 2016, while in prison, Cartel released his most internationally successful album, King of the Dancehall, which peaked at number 2 on the US Billboard reggae charts. The album included the single Fever, which topped various local music charts and became his most successful on streaming websites. Fever was certified gold in 2020. In January 2020, Cartel released a 10-track album, Tanisha, which was dedicated to his ex-girlfriend and mother of his 3 children, Tanisha Johnson. They produced the album with their respective record labels, Short Was Music and VYBZ Cartel Music. On June 26, 2020, Cartel released his 15th studio album, Of Dons and Divas. In April 2020, a 3-member panel of judges in the Jamaican Court of Appeal reaffirmed Cartel's conviction. 60 on April 17, 2020, the Court of Appeal reduced Cartel's parole eligibility to 32 years and 6 months, citing Justice Campbell's failure to consider time the singer had spent in jail while awaiting trial in 2014. On March 14, 2024, Cartel's conviction was quashed by the UK Privy Council due to juror misconduct, requiring the Jamaica Court of Appeal to decide if a retrial would take place. On July 31, 2024, Cartel, along with Sean Storm Campbell, Kahira Jones, and Andre St. John were freed after the Jamaica Court of Appeal declined to retry the case, citing expense, passage of time, and Cartel's declining health among the reasons.
VYBZ Cartel's first child was born on April 18, 2003. When he was 27 years old, he subsequently had 2 other children with the child's mother, his longtime girlfriend Tanisha Shorty Johnson.
Cartel also has 4 more children from other relationships.
On May 17, 2020, it was revealed that Cartel's 15-year-old son was
expecting a child with an 18-year-old woman, making VYBZ a grandfather for the first time. 64. 2 of his 7 children have continued his musical legacy as sons Jaheim, also known as Little VYBZ, and Akhil Reham Palmer, also known as Little Addy, have been releasing music since 2014 as a duo known as PG-13, also known as Cartel. Sons. In 2019, both were featured on the Fully Gazer Rhythm on separate songs, with Little VYBZ teaming with Father VYBZ on the title track, Fully Gazer, while Little Addy performs solo on $, which interpolates portions of the chorus from his father's single of the same name. On the Good Life rhythm, from 2009, since 2016, KARTEL has been living with Graves' disease and a heart condition.